sitting here at Moss Adams, and we're here for SDSI's In the Mixed Zone, and got some friends here, Kevin, Frank and Simon. We're here in Irvine, in the headquarters of OC, Velcro Valley as I like to call it. Tell us just a little bit about Moss Adams and its functions in Velcro Valley.
Okay, well, I've been with the firm for 30 years, so if we go back even further, Moss Adams actually is 100 years old. This year it becomes 100 years. We're based up in Seattle. But about 45, 50 years ago, we had a presence in Southern California. And then what we were doing was 100% apparel. And then we started getting involved in Orange County. And as you know, like you call it Velcro Valley, it's really the mecca for action sports. And I think my first client might have been Gotcha or Rusty back in the day.
We're going back.
Yeah, maybe a little longer than 20 years, but I appreciate that. But it's been just fantastic for us, and our goal's always been to help the brands achieve whatever their goals are. Most of them start out maybe undercapitalized, need to get financing, then things get rolling and they need help with tax planning, then maybe there's a liquidity event in the future. So we try to be with them from kind of cradle to grave.
And everybody wants to have the next successful brand, right? I mean, everyone wants to, at some point, hopefully cash out, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you guys really come in.
Yeah, it's probably our first big deal was the Hurley sale to Nike.
So now, Frank, we've got, Orange County, Velcro Valley, but with SDSI, you're looking to expand this footprint down into San Diego. And Kevin, that's where you come in.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is that there's kind of the natural flow from Orange County down to San Diego with the surf brands and the skate brands. And there's a lot of really exciting, new companies down there that we want to get involved with.
Of course, one of those big ones, which you've just worked with, is Sanook.
Yep, we help with the Sanook deal, and that's one of our big things that's exciting is getting in with those smaller companies, watching them grow, and then helping them, like you said, eventually just cash out. I mean, that's what everybody's kind of looking for at the end, and for us, that's the fun is helping each company kind of realize their potential.
So one of our great industry leaders, of course, Bob McKnight, founder of Quicksilver in the Americas, has always said, as companies grow, you've got to keep this balance of salt water and Harvard. So the accounting firms is the Harvard side, right? So Frank's good at this, but how do you guys keep it loose enough that you don't scare off these guys, because they've got plenty of salt water. Right. They need some more Harvard.
Well, we've been involved in, like you said, Frank's been here for 30 years, and we were involved with SEMA back in the very beginning. We were involved with IAS back in the very beginning. So we've been involved in the surf and skate industries for a long time. So we've seen a lot of the unstructured, very creative entrepreneurs go through this process. So we've worked with them before, and we have the capabilities to work with them because we have that experience.
Okay, so, being the Harvard side and the stuffy guys that are supposed to be in suits and ties and all that stuff, there's a bunch of young brands out there we all know about that could be in a garage down the street, the next Vulcan, who knows. What advice would you give them?
I think there's two really main points that I like to stress when I'm talking with new companies. Number one, talk to people who have done it before and who know the trials and tribulations that you're going to get to. Number two, understand your cash flow needs. I know it's an accounting thing, right, and it's a finance thing, but at the end of the day, people that are giving you money, they want to know how much money you need and when you need it. And if you have that written down in some sort of cash flow projection, you're better off than most. You're in a better position to deal with people that are willing to give you money.
As Frank mentioned, Moss Adams has a great track record going back to the Hurley acquisition deal with Nike, which kind of opened the door for that. Now we see many of the big brands. VF has acquired some, you've got PPR acquiring Vulcan and Electric. I mean, it was the forerunner, but the brands that you guys have dealt with, like the Hurleys and the Rukas and the Sanooks, I mean, these are real, genuine, salt of the earth type surf brands that started right there from the beginning. guys out there some sort of idea of what that cycle might be from a point of the day that garage started to the point where they're making a deal, you know, with Deckers or making a deal with VERB.
Right.
Yeah, maybe it's hard to think in terms of time, but I would say you said 10 years. That seems to be where, you know, you have the first years which are struggles, and then you get to where, okay, you're fine, and then you're moving in a growth pattern, and then you say, wow, okay, there's some dollars here, there's opportunities to grow that might be bigger than I can necessarily build on my own. So, and some people sell 100%, some people sell in minority, you know, so all of that's available, but it's definitely a fun ride for us.
Well, boys, thanks for sitting down with us at SDSI for the Mixed Zone, and it's been fun hanging out here in the Irvine offices of Moss Adams.